Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello, hola a todos los que nos escuchan. Here we are in Tesla Podcast with a new episode with Tom Paladino. Hi, Tom Paladino. Are you there?
Hi, Patricia. Good.
We can't see you right now. Let's see. Okay, here you are. How are you?
All is well. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. I'm so glad that we're having our second episode about this wonderful world of scalar energy that we are all discovering in this new era of quantum healing. And so we're going to talk today about the hidden language of the brain, which is a mystery. The brain has always been a mystery because many people around the world and the history has been studying the brain and how it works and how are the effects that can produce in the organs, in the body, in the mind, in everywhere. So from the perspective of the scalar energy and the work you've done for years, what is the reaction of the brain when it's exposed to scalar energy?
That's a great question. Behind me are scalar energy instruments. These are informational instruments. I don't work with chemicals. I don't work with human biology. I work with information, intelligence. And what I found is that these instruments will transmit energy in the form of intelligence. Now, this is not fire. It's not heat per se. Scalar energy is the intelligence of the universe. I've demonstrated this before. This instrument is so strong, the instrument is now operating. It has the ability to illuminate light bulbs that I hold in my hand. That's the power of scalar energy. That's a scalar energy powered instrument. Now, this is an information instrument once again. Now, what am I getting at? When I work with these instruments, it will broadcast that intelligence. So we're going to go over the ground rules of scalar energy practice and scalar energy and application. This is my photograph. People will email me their photograph, and I actually place a photograph of the person inside the instrument. Now, in so doing, my photograph now is receiving information, scalar energy information. And my neurons in my brain, there's 80 to 90 million neurons in my brain, billion neurons in my brain, experiencing that information. So imagine working with this energy information system, sending that amount of energy into my quantum brain, into my neurons, my 80 to 90 billion neurons. The result is people are happier. The result is having this energy downloaded into their mind, into their, what I would call their quantum body, their quantum mind is quite phenomenal. It's an information system. And again, the results can be varied. Anything from people will no longer have a phobia, a fear. This information system sometimes will reverse depression or anxiety. Others tell me it will release neurotransmitters. They'll be very happy with this session. So this is the information system that I work with. It's not electricity. And we see so many benefits from this unique type of instrumentation.
So then you say that when someone receives scalar energy affects the brain waves.
Yes.
In a way that they can perceive like a divine effect, like a love effect that brings them in a state of happiness. Is that what you're saying?
I would say so. A state of happiness, a state of homeostasis. Now, there's many people who believe that the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, the adrenal glands working in that coordinated fashion will produce homeostasis. I am saying that this instrument will download that information to produce that happiness. So it appears to me, from what I've experienced, a scalar energy instrument will have a direct influence upon our brain waves, and our chakra system. Our chakras are composed of scalar energy. So you put all of that together, we see a balancing of not only brain waves, but the chakras, the 7 chakras. It's quite profound.
Yeah. So one of the things I work with biodecoding when I'm in therapy is like, what is the hidden language of the brain? Because the brain doesn't understand the difference between reality and things that you imagine. So when it receives scalar energy, it is something that happens inside that that is like another information that for the brain in that moment that is receiving, it's like, okay, this is happening right now. So I am full of light, I'm full of energy, and this sensation of feeling healthy and feeling illuminated, which which also will expand the chakras of the those energy centers that are in our body. So when someone is not receiving or is not exposed to this scalar energy, in what other way they can um, they can produce this balance in the body and in the brain?
That's a great question. I think what my instrument does by balancing the chakras, the brain waves, people can achieve that through prayer, through meditation, or through, say, positive affirmations. Why? The way we think, or the spoken word, does indeed have an influence not only upon our brain waves, our chakras, but upon the brain waves and chakras of other people. So I think it's very pertinent to realize that this information system, a scalar energy instrument, will work, if you will, by way of analogy, the way we can work through our positive thinking, through prayer, through affirmations. So what I can achieve with a scalar energy instrument, people can achieve through their good psychology, what I call good psychology, positive thinking, prayer, uh, purposeful action, goal setting, to have an objective in life. Now, all of that is an ordering. This instrument can order, if you will, my brain waves and my chakras. Or we can produce order, if you will, some type of intelligent design by way of rightful thinking, virtuous thinking, by way of meditation, by way of corrective behavior. This is what I've experienced with these instruments. These instruments can correct a phobia. These instruments can correct an addiction. So in many ways, scalar energy will correct the conscious. We'll be able to adjudicate what's right and what's wrong. Well, people can do that, obviously, on their own, but I'm saying that scalar energy would be an ancillary help, if you will, another way of correcting a phobia, another way of correcting an addiction. Now, all of this is made possible through a person's photograph. Now, again, this is not a chemical process. I don't work with biological life. I work with quantum life, the quantum life found on a photograph. And that's what's so exciting about my work. I don't have the consequences of working with chemicals. And this obviously isn't surgery. Working with somebody's photograph is a harmless process. There is no chemical danger. There is no aspect of having a chemical detox or some type of chemical exposure. I'm working with light, pure light. Scalar energy is a pure light from the sun and the stars.
So, Tom, if someone is taking a treatment and it's taking pills for anxiety or for depression, what would you suggest? They have to keep the treatment. They should, I mean, in eventually, if they are taking Scalar Light daily, they can stop taking medication? What is your experience with this
Good point. I
case?
never make any recommendations regarding biological health. I do not practice biological medicine or biological wellness. My wellness is informational. It's quantum by way of a person's force field. People bilocate to me by way of the photograph. So I never dissuade people from practicing any type of medical practice, any type of wellness practice. That's their decision, and they're under medical attention. That's the way it should be. So there is no, if you will, interference working with a scalar energy instrument and working with a drug regimen or working with a certain wellness protocol. So I let the medical professionals do what they do. I simply stay with non-physical information. That's what scalar energy is. It's non-physical. And I don't make any medical claims or I don't provide medical advice. That's not my expertise. My expertise is non-physical
And get
information.
all these results in the brain and with things that are happening in the brain, like also headaches, right? Migraines, and all those things that are for many people it's really painful, the things that they experience because the lack of happiness, or because they are stressed, or because they have the nerve system like affected, and the anxiety. I mean, this is like a super plus to be able to get into the brain waves and stabilize or balance this. But uh, beyond the effects on the brain, what other effects can get people with this scalar energy after working on the brain?
Okay. Um, what have I seen? With this type of energy, there seems to be a change in a person's disposition, a change in a person's psychology. They're happier in life. Now, why would I say that? Well, after working with millions of people around the world and never having an unfavorable negative side effect, it appears that this type of energy will uplift our spirits. So it has an emotional import. This type of energy will change our psychology, will change our thinking. So this is very important. I do not operate this energy, so to speak. The energy, scalar light, is self-directed. And scalar light has been shown to produce happiness and elevation of mood, emotional mood. Scalar energy seems to provide greater mental clarity or improves the memory. Or many people say that they no longer are procrastinating, that they have a goal, they have a purpose in life. Now, all of that is by way of these instructions, this scalar energy instrument. Now, I can't emphasize this enough. I want to show this once again. If I hold this fluorescent tube in my hand, this tube is not plugged into anything. This is the type of energy people experience. Now imagine the type of energy needed to illuminate a light bulb like that. That's the identical energy that's entering into your chakras and into your brain waves. That's corrective energy. That's illuminative, if you will. That's illuminating your mind. So this is, if you will, that type of unifying energy. It's unitive. It's illuminating the mind, and in so doing, it's changing a person's disposition for the better. It's obviously not a chemical process. It's a divine process. Working with this divine light, we can only have a divine consequence, which is a favorable consequence.
Well, I'm so glad to hear all this explanation. I really think that people is thankful because of the work you're doing. I don't know if we have any questions, messages about people. If they want to ask something, you're all welcome to send messages and questions to Tom before we finish the podcast today. And and I have to say that I'm receiving scalar energy from how long, Tom? Maybe 2 years already,
2 years.
and it's amazing. I mean, the energy I always have to achieve the things that I want to do, and I feel so well. And okay, yes, I do meditate. I have a healthy state of being, uh, let's say, like pretty much daily. But what if someone doesn't have like that, let's say, routine daily? They don't meditate, they eat junk food, they are very stressed in the work, uh, in cities. Would that have the same effects on them?
It will. It will. But you want to coincide this session with a favorable lifestyle. So I realize there are stressful times in our lives. Try to relax and try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. And if you can pray and meditate, fine. If you can avoid occasions that would cause you anger, I think that's prudent. This will always work. Light energy always works. Light never makes a mistake. So when you submit your photograph to me, I will, on a daily basis, treat you with this energy, your quantum field, 1 hour a day, with this brain balancing, with this chakra balancing. So to answer your question, regardless of who you are, what's your disposition, or what's your walk of life, you'll be treated 1 hour a day with the chakra balancing, and you will feel some improvement. It has to work. Why? It's energy. Energy never fails. Energy always carries out its function.
Excellent. And we remind to people that you have on the website 15 days for free, Tesla Energy or Scalar Energy. This is amazing that people can, just send their pictures and try this amazing energy for 15 days and experience themselves the wonderful gift of this energy in our body and mind and spirit, because definitely it goes like beyond the body. It's something that trespass or transcends the physical matter. And people can do this getting into your website, right?
Yes, yes. Why do we give away 15 days of free sessions? This is a new technique. I developed this technique. I don't know of anybody in the world that has duplicated my work. So we give away 15 days of free sessions so that you can experience this. We want you to experience this. It's the only way that you could have a favorable experience, and without any duress, you make the judgment how this has helped you. So avail yourselves of the 15-day free session. It's on the website.
Okay, so let's say that the person took the 15 days and those days are over, and they're interested maybe in a program for addictions or for anxiety or depression. Do they have the possibility of maybe buying those programs for a specific thing, or is it have to be like general?
That's correct. We have 9 different programs. And if you have any questions, call our support desk, and you'll speak to somebody on the support desk that will walk you through the 9 programs we have, and will recommend what we think might be beneficial to you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you.
So you guys try, if you wanna experience this, if you still haven't experienced Scalar Energy, there is a website, scalarlight.com, and en español luzescalar.com, donde pueden encontrar, you find there all the steps you have to follow in order to for Tom to receive the picture of yourself and your family, or even pets that you want to try, um, to receive the treatment with Scalar Energy. So thank you very much. This is a Tesla podcast, always talking about this amazing energy that it has arrived to stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank
Patricia.
you. Thank you, Tom.
My pleasure.
So see you in the next one. Bye bye.